Okay, y'all. I'm having to start over. Okay, so story time. Okay, I had a flower, right? And this flower, for some reason, it was dying. It was dying on me. And I didn't know what was going on with this soil, with this, not, with this flower. And I remember because I did everything where I was, at least what I thought I was supposed to do. Because I was fertilizing the soil. I watered it, made sure it got enough sunlight because I had a flower just like it prior to, and it died. So I was like, let me make sure I do everything right because I don't want this flower to die. So then I was, I just got fed up. I was like, you know what? I was like, Lord, why is this flower dying? And just out of the blue one day, he said, Adrian, where are you planting? I said, oh. I said, that'll preach. And I say, okay, Lord. Nehemiah, you got clothes on? Huh? Come turn this heat down for me. And so I said, okay, Lord, keep on talking. I'm listening. So he was telling me that the soil was toxic, and that because the soil was toxic, that's why the flower wasn't thriving the way it needed to thrive. So turn it down, put it on the 7. On the 7. And so he was saying that's why the flower wasn't thriving, because the roots, because the soil was toxic, so then the soil was damaging to the roots. So which means that no matter what I did, no matter how I nourished the flower, how much I watered it, how much I fertilized it, how much sunlight I gave it, how much, loving I loved on it, but because that soil was toxic, the environment of that flower was toxic, nothing was gonna work. That flower was not gonna survive. It was still gonna die. So I had to hoop out that soil and replant it in some fresh new soil. Once I did that, I began to see the flower thrive. Right? I began to see new little leaves sprout up. The roots turn white and healthy. And the roots no longer grew in a circle and were crippled, crippling and growing in a circle. Or how they would say, bound. Root. It was no longer root bound. The roots began to grow downward like how they were supposed to. All because I changed the environment of the flower. Right? So I say that to say this. There are some of us, some of you, I say some of us, myself included, because I'm speaking from experience. When I talk about this flower, the flower represented me. I can only tell you from experience or share with you from experience. And whenever the Lord speaks to me in that way, it's always from experience. The message is always to me first. So I had to make changes. So I want to share it with you. There are some of you that were like that, were in the same situation as me and that flower. You need to change your environment. No matter how much care and stuff you put into yourself, I don't care what it is that you do. Nothing, you will not see the progress you need to see in your life until you change your environment. Where are you planted? The environment where you're planted, is it conducive for growth? Like the flower. The environment, the soil where I had the flower in, it was not conducive for growth. That's why no matter what I did, that flower continued to die. It couldn't be productive. It couldn't grow because of the environment. No matter what I did, the roots continued to die. The roots continued to grow all wrong because of the environment. The environment was toxic. You got to make some changes in your life. I don't know what it is you're going through. You have to make some changes so that you can see the growth and the progress that you need, or so that you can get the progress and the growth that you need to be a better version of yourself, to be a better you. You're going to have to change your environment. You're going to have to make the changes. Okay? And it's more I could get into, but because, I'm not going to share too much of my personal life, however, I just want to let you just share that part. Change your environment. Make some changes. Whether it's the people you hang around with, places you go, things you do. Change your environment. Watch how you grow. Watch how you mature. Watch how you become a better you. A better version of yourself. Okay? I love you. You be blessed. And it's your girl, the Jury Lady. I love you. Change your environment. Make the changes. I encourage you. Make the changes. You'll be so proud of yourself. Change your environment. And don't let people tell you you can bloom where you're planted. Because that's not necessarily true. Because me having that flower planted in that soil, that flower could not bloom. It continued to die. Sometimes you have to make the changes. Sometimes you have to change your environment. You have to do what's best for you. I did. I love you.